And who is this Jesus that comes to us? Matthew tells us very clearly. The total number of generations from Abraham to David is 14 generations. From David to the Babylonian exile, 14 generations. From the Babylonian exile to the Christ, 14 generations. In Hebrew, if you're writing numbers, it's like the Roman numerals. So if you want to know a number in the Roman numerals, you're writing letters, right? It's the same in Hebrew. The letters that you would put together to form the number 14 gives the name David. So what Matthew is telling us, he's saying, David, David, David. Right? David has come. He's coming in Jesus. You can see the excitement in Matthew. He's kind of a nerd, so there's this kind of nerdy way of communicating this excitement. But he is excited because David is coming into the world. And I think Matthew in particular would have appreciated this reality. David, who we're told, had the heart of God. David, who was a broken man, and yet revealed the heart of God. We see this when David's son Absalom is killed. Right? He had one request of his soldiers when Absalom rebelled against him. His own son rebelled against him, and he starts this civil war. And so David sends out his troops to fight, and he says, "Keep Absalom alive." And then he's told that Absalom was killed. And he weeps. And he says, my son, if only it had been me. If only I had been the one who died instead of you." This is Jesus. God looking out at the brokenness of our histories, seeing us plunged into death, and he says, if only I could die for them. If only the curse would fall upon me and not them. Matthew sees this, and he says, David, David, David is coming. On December 17th, the church, very intentionally in her liturgy, turns our attention to the nativity of Jesus, to his coming into the world.